Hello, gaming tankers. We are back with the review of the Ingesa EET1 Osório P2. But before we get into that, let us say the Tanker's Prayer. Specifically, the Wargaming Prayer, I should say. Dear Tank Jeebus, grant us the strength to accept the things we cannot change. For Wargaming giveth, and Wargaming taketh away. And this time, the Wargaming gave us something great. Spoilers. I love the Osório. It's a tank I have been looking forward to for almost 2 years now. Coming into the game for 2 years. Ever since I came across the Cone of Arc video on it. And I highly recommend you find that and check it out. The history of the Osório is interesting. And Brazil's attempt to try to become an armed military vehicle manufacturer of the world. It didn't work, but they gave it a try. So, the Osório was the 2000 base pass gold. Wow, that was great English. This was part of the base pass, 2000 gold, great tank. And it is a great tank. It was actually so great that some would say, especially if you compare it to other mediums in Era 3, to be overpowered. Wow, as we near the end of this season, how we have almost completely forgotten about the Osório. Now that we have the Monsterjäger, the Weissel Mark 1 in Era 2, the Vigilante in Tier 10. Some may say the Avengers also could be considered overpowered. But yes, this season has probably seen a lot of questionable tanks released, premium tanks released into this game. And I guess a relatively short time when you consider, like, wow, where did all these 3 tanks alone? Possibly 4. It's kind of like, oh boy. So we kind of forgot about the Osório, which technically we didn't know how powerful it was until like week 1, week 2 of the season, but. And the reason some would say it's overpowered is because it has not only the mobility of an MBT like the Abrams, the Leopard, but also, I mean, maybe a slightly degraded, slightly lower, but almost equivalent frontal armor profile of a lot of the MBTs in a medium. So you got some concealment to go along with that. But the boom snout, yes, you get a fully functioning MBT 120mm boom snout. What do I mean fully functioning? I mean you get the, like, currently some of the highest pen of 633mm penetration on the standard round, 700 on the premium, along with the 550 alpha, and then of course you have HE. Is it HE or is it HESH? Either or. It's 150mm on that, but you could do 690 HP. Sucks to be a BMP3. So that's where, because it, unlike the Dragula, which I guess was just a small taste of what was to come, you have a very fast reload. You got like top tier MBT reload. Like mine is under 5 seconds, just over 5 seconds. So it's easy to track a tank and keep damaging it, tracking it. And I've got to be honest with you, Era 3 needed this medium. Medium tanks are absolutely underpowered in Era 3. Dragula, and I'm really hoping for the unskinned T55 AGM to come in at a lower price, but just because I love it. It has the turret armor to be functional at a distance. Its hull armor might work, but it's not a guarantee. But at least you have the mobility, and you do have a hard hitting 120mm, because it does get the full 550 alpha, but it only has the 606mm penetration, which you would see at the highest 105. So they restrain the Dragula, while with the Osório, for a much lower price, I kind of let it go. And just allowed it to be good. It's really hard to find a fault with this tank. Because if you want to make it up armor, go for it. If you want to make it a speed demon, go for it. Because it can almost brawl. You don't want to ram, but you can almost brawl. You can't really do that with any other medium. And then, of course, for me, I'm actually going with stealth build. I was like, holy crap. And with the bigger maps coming up, and with the penetration values of this 120mm room sound, I was like, yeah, this is good. This is a fun tank. And it's a medium. It's got such wonderful versatility. Versatility that kind of reminded me of what I thought could have been a little bit of what last year's black tank for Cold War was, the Jaguar Black. No, not the Jaguar TD, this Jaguar. The medium tank that came out in 85 and yet is in Era 2. More on that later, because as I've done some studying of the Osório's armor profile and a few other medium tank armor profiles, I think Wargaming did the Jaguar Black dirty. So I'll come up with another video on that. But back to the Osório. It's so nice having a truly versatile medium tank. And it might be a while before we get them, because this is probably something Wargaming will address. Like, oh, we can't have like this kind of medium while addressing some of the overpowered issues of certain tier 10 light tanks. Yeah. Gonna have to wait and see on that. But as far as I'm concerned about tier 10, anything from tier 8 and tier 10 is because you know what, I've been seeing some more reviews on that and hearing some more comments from the OG elitist freaking players are like, yeah, you know what, World War II's crap. Tier 8 and up, absolute garbage. You can say whatever you want about Cold War, but you know what? We have fun. You guys just come off as whiny over pretentious bitches. Sorry. Some of you really need to learn to shut your mouths. That said, yeah. And going back to the craptastic fun of Cold War, especially Era 3, you can keep up with the Wolfpack. You can lead the Wolfpack without feeling like you're just gonna get blown to bits. And that is so... it fits so well with the meta, but also with the future meta, with bigger maps, more cover. I think we might need more trees, Wargaming. Yeah. Gotta be honest with you, because you know, the more trees we have to drive through, the slower the tanks go, but also, I do kind of miss, you know, knowing where a tank is just by the tree fall, like you would have in World War II, and then kind of being like, oh, I'm in a good ambush position if I just wait, time it, fire, and RNG take the round and see what happens, right? If you knew if the tank actually was there to begin with. I don't know. At least with True Vision, you could just maybe, he's like, oh, wait, I think I saw some foliage shift. Unlike with you're blind until a light tank spots you and a tank destroys you vision of World War II. So, yeah, for 2,000 gold, absolutely worth it. Holy crap, this is I'm shocked. This is giving it away price. This is worth 6,000 gold. And if you haven't gotten it yet, you're running out of time. If you're thinking about getting it, you're running out of time. On the upside, if you are new to the game and are curious about this tank, and you want to start playing, go for it, because with all the weekly challenges still there stacked up from the season, you will burn through this season really fast if you can survive the uniqueness of Cold War. That's it. quote any pretentious World War II players. But yeah, this is. It's so nice to not have to just rely on MBTs to be the main source of tank action in Era 3. Light tanks. Yeah, if you don't have ATGMs, I don't know, man. The VFM is, it's, you don't see that one in the, what's the American one? I can't remember. If it's not the Bradley one, I care. The Stingray. Stingray 2. All that is like, gotta say it. Either we gotta look at penetration values, or at least something's gotta be done about the 105s millimeters in Era 3, because they're just, I don't know. On the upside, there may be another version of the Osório coming to Era 2, but has 105 millimeter. We'll see. I don't know. This could be one and done. If it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. So, well, I've said all I need to say. Hope you guys keep your tracks on the ground. The RNG's in your favor. And please pick up the Osório if you haven't. And if you haven't played it yet, play it. Catch you in the next one. Bye.